Everybody likes to catch big fish, and Darin is no exception. This week on The Climb, he travels to British Columbia, where he catches some prehistoric monsters. White sturgeon on the Fraser River with River Monster Adventures.
Big fish, man. This is just an average one at best. And he about whipped me, so if we get a big one, I'm not sure what'll happen.
The Climb is presented by K2 Coolers and the K2 Lifestyle. Real value, real cold. The Climb is also brought to you by Killer Food Plots. You reap what you sow. Moultrie Products, helping grow the hunt. Alpine Innovations, performance outdoor accessories. Bowhunter One, makers of expandable broadheads. Nomad, I hunt, therefore I am. Hawk, high-performance sporting optics. Lacrosse footwear, done right since 1897. And Redneck Blinds, the best deer blinds on the planet. The Fraser River is 850 miles long and dumps out about 125,000 cubic feet of water per second into the ocean in Vancouver. One of the cool things about this trip is that Darin and the guys from Pure Instinct got to participate in this conservation program. And River Monster Adventures, they got a program where they help tag these fish, and they collect that data, and that data, you know, it helps make sound scientific decisions for that fish in the future. One of the neat things is that, you know, they tell stories about a fish that had been caught 3 times in 67 years. And I mean, that's just absolutely incredible when you think about it. That 3 times has a fish been caught and tagged in the past 67 years. Not only are you catching giants, you're catching fish that very well could be older than you and twice your age, potentially.
Get in here! You giving me a light check? Yeah, you bet. Go on it. Massive, man. He's massive. Massive fish. Beep. Get him to the back. Wow. Is he nice? Yeah, don't really anymore, okay. You know they're saying? No, it's rocky. It's good though. Just go careful. Just let Nick get him laid over before you let. That's a whale? Yeah. Oh, boys. That's a whale. Oh, yes. Hey. Wow, that's a beast. That's unreal. Thanks for all your help, guys. Everything. Scott, thank you. Scott and Scott. Darin. I'm trying. He's a beaut, man. Nick, good work. Thank you. What a beaut. Scott, forward job. No worries, buddy. Thank you very much. Yeah. Dustin, thanks for all your help. His head's 2 feet by itself. That's what we come here for, those beasts. Wow. Oh, don't worry, we'll get another one tonight. Yeah. That's really, you know, what a guy has in our mind when we show up for a fish. That's, you know, it is unreal and be able to hold these things. This fish and just is know 200 years old. 200 years old, whatever it may be, and let them just go again. And Scotty, you want to fight another day? Yeah.
This segment is brought to you by Moultrie Trail Cameras, our choice for gathering MRI, most recent information.
Whether you are deer hunting, turkey hunting, or just enjoying the outdoors, Redneck Blinds has got you covered. From our wildly popular fiberglass blinds to our hay bale blinds and our new lineup of Softside 360 blinds, Redneck has the products to provide you with the ultimate in stealth, concealment, and comfort tailored to fit your individual needs. All Redneck products are designed with quality, comfort, durability, and the protection you demand. This year, give yourself the Redneck advantage. For more information, visit redneckblinds.com.
The Fraser is an incredible river. It's 20 to 100 feet deep in places. It's got Class 3 and Class 4 rapids. Just getting to your favorite spot is a challenge. And you gotta have the right gear to do that. And River Monster Adventures has the right gear to get you where you need to go.
So basically just tying the worms onto the hook here with Monster wrap. Just a 1 pound breaking strength string. And we'll add probably 6 big dew worms to each hook. Just continue to pile them on throughout the day.
Darin. Woo! Come here, Darin. I'll call you back.
Coming up. Keep on him, he's coming in.
The Fraser is home to some truly prehistoric monsters. The white sturgeon there are protected, and fishing for them comes with a price. That price is you're not going to pull one in the boat. You're not going to catch one with a barbed hook. You can't even remove the fish from the water. So typically when you catch one, you get it to the side of the boat, and then you get the boat to the side of the bank. That way you can release the hook from the fish's mouth. You can make sure that the fish is revived and doing well, and you can release them.
There you go. Woo. Come on over here, Darin. Big fish.
What's up here? So how old do you think that fish is? You had to guess.
25.
Bang on. Right around in there.
25 years old. It's a dinosaur.
You've done your homework.
That's a dinosaur. Awesome.
You see it? The eyes are just tiny. Like
yeah.
They're going all by scent down there. As you can see, the water color's full of silt. So that's how he finds his bait. And then the mouth comes out like a vacuum and just inhales everything.
Awesome.
Beautiful first sturgeon, Darin. Congratulations, man.
Thanks, man. I don't know if I can catch a big one.
That's a great example of a start, that's for sure, boys.
My legs gave out way before my arms did.
You're just getting warmed up. Yeah, so he's got a tag in him.
All right.
He's got a tag.
He's got a tag, so I'll just record this and hang on to him there.
Okay. It's a big fish, man. This is just an average one at best. And he about whipped me, so if we get a big one, I'm not sure what'll happen. Might have to tag team one, I don't know.
Well, congratulations on your first Canadian sturgeon.
Awesome fish though, it's unbelievable.
What are we gonna do next there, Nick? We'll get a length and a girth measurement on him. All right. So I'll switch it here. All right to the tip of his nose. Try to get it as straight as you can. So push that down right in the middle. Yeah. 145 centimeters. Get the tail there. You got Dallas over there recording all the paperwork. 54. He's getting feisty. He's getting ready to go. Here we go. Getting ready to give him a release. He's getting ready to go.
Oh.
There he goes.
Oh yeah.
Awesome work. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
This segment is brought to you by Fixpandable Broadheads from Bowhunter 1. Pure devastation, combining the best of a fixed blade and an expandable. Lacrosse boots have guided us from the swamps in Florida to the prairies of the Midwest to the mountains of New Mexico every step of the way.
Nick, tell me where we're fishing, how you fished, all that kind of stuff.
We dropped the anchor basically right in the middle of this back eddy, and we're fishing right underneath the boat, right on top of where they're living. We waited quite a while for this fish, but it paid off in the end. Beautiful.
Yeah, that break that Scotty gave me and having Dallas hold me, the little bit of security. You keep thinking you're gonna go in, and that little bit of tug on the back of your life jacket and everything else.
Wow, he's a beautiful fish, man.
Let's get a tape measure on him and get him back.
He's over 7.
No, it's an impressive fish to live in this river. This river is flowing, I don't know how many million gallons a minute, but it's flowing. They are a strong animal. Tagged. It's gonna be hard to go back to fish into the old lakes in Alberta when you got them just the size of the tail.
Yeah. He's a beaut.
Oh man. There he goes.
What's this location?
Send him home.
Canyon.
If we're going to really turn the clocks back, this area is kind of neat. It's one of the first places where, different Aboriginal bands, finally it became nomadic here. It just had so much to offer with, the salmon runs, the lush river full of fish, the hunting opportunities around here, the mild weather, so it became home. And you know, a lot of these Aboriginal bands are still here, so it's kind of neat to see how they, you know, say 80, 90 years ago, give or take, they would catch, say, a sturgeon, tie some rope right through its mouth, tie them to shore, and then they would cut, you know, say 5-10 pound slabs off the fish, keep the fish alive in the water, and that was a way of them preserving the, say you catch a 300-pound sturgeon, there's a lot of eating there. So
this temperatures, there's no way you could have that.
Absolutely. So they'd put them in the ice cold river, preserve them for weeks at a time, and just keep cutting pieces off, and then they'd finally kill the fish. But you know, it's all a way of life back then. And you know, some of the fish that we're catching here today, you know, they probably heard the bombs of the First World War, right?
Wow, yeah.
This segment is brought to you by Alpine Innovations, Performance Outdoor Accessories.
Inspired by nature, engineered for concealment, built by hunters. The new Summit Vine series. Quite possibly the best tree stand you'll never see. Summit. Hunting elevated.
Darin set out to catch a big fish. Whether it was a 5-footer, 6-footer, 7-footer, it didn't really matter to him. He just wanted to put his hands on a prehistoric giant, and he did just that. Day 3 got there, and he had caught a 5-footer or a 6-footer. He had caught some smaller fish, but he connected with a 7.5-footer on day 3, and he could barely fit his arms around this fish. And to put your hands on a fish that, you know, is potentially 30, 40, 50 years old and of that magnitude is just incredible.
Get on that, Sims!
Oh, you got a big one on now.
Heavy. Slow and steady wins the race.
It's a race? I am losing.
That's a big fish, man. Oh, lost Sims.
You got him? Roger, can you step back for 1 second, little man? I can't even get it all in the picture. Oh,
That's a nice fish.
arms on the backside of him. Right here. What a beast! Smile.
Hola!
Hey, Darin, look
Call
at
him
smile.
Humpback.
Pull that out of the pocket.
Nick said, I'm going to take you up there in about 6 minutes. We're going to land an 8-footer.
You got that camera good
Never
enough?
been caught?
Virgin.
Wow. That was the big one yesterday was a virgin too. That's right. Yeah.
Good job. A whale? Yeah, I mean, he's bigger than me, and I'm not a little fella. And, but no, it's day 3, and we've just lit fish up all morning, and we want to be able to go to a lake around and just hang out for the afternoon. And Nick said, you know, Darin hadn't caught a 7-footer yet, and we're gonna run back up here in a few minutes. We're gonna get him one, and set the hook on him. He was dead weight on the bottom. He never jumped, never came up. Didn't see him till we got him right to the boat. Just a unbelievable fight. Just a giant fish. There it is. Yeah, all right, let's. Oh, wee. He didn't like me hugging on him like that.
I think he said he was ready to go.
He's like, you let go of my head, I'm done.
So we're down to the last cast. Scott, Dallas. Last cast of the day.
Got a little one biting right now. You know, just by the intensity, I think it's about a 6-footer, so I think if it does hit again, I will take the opportunity to set the hook. And in all reality, the biggest thing for me is not letting Mr. Dallas get this fish, because he's got like an 8-footer. I think he got like a 19 the day before. It just, you know, it's really unfair to the rest of us.
I know this is one trip that won't soon be forgotten, and this is finally a fishing trip that I think that Darin will go on, that he doesn't have to come back and exaggerate, you know, on what size fish he was catching. I know Darin had an exceptional time. I was getting text messages on a daily basis about how many fish they were catching, how big they were catching. And he had a blast with our buddies from Pure Instinct and the River Monster Adventures. They just took great care of all of them. And if you want to get lost, if you want an opportunity to do something that most people don't ever get a chance to do, and you want to put your hands on an absolute monster, there are places you can do that. And there are folks that can take really good care of you in the process and guide you through and make sure you have an incredible experience. And that's exactly what Darin got. And I know those guys are looking forward to doing this trip again next year.